Hey everybody, welcome to what I'm calling the School of Nock. This is going to be a winter segment that's going to be filled with a lot of different activities as well as coaching segments, practice sessions. The list will go on. And a lot of this is going to be tailored based on you guys participating and what I see continually happening, questions that continue to come in, and also as I monitor the progression. Each and every winter, I've always decided on December 1st to start focusing on my next hunting season, and also when I was competing, focusing on starting to prep for my competition season. Since my focus was never really indoor target archery, I was a little bit late to the plate when it came to practicing. So if there's some of you high-level archers out there who are already starting your indoor practice sessions, then you're going to be ahead of the game, and some of these first steps are going to be a little bit 101, so to speak, for you. So this series is going to be hopefully geared around all levels of archery. And again, I'm going to have to continually monitor this as we go. But for the most part, your progression is going to be following me along the way as well as I start to shoot, because starting tomorrow, I'm going to be shooting my first round, so to speak, which is going to be based on week's 1 homework. So as I do that, sometimes I'll do live feeds for my practice rounds. Sometimes I might just post a picture of how my round went, just to let you guys know. So there's going to be a lot of different components to this, one of which is going to be you guys out there taking part. And what I've decided to do is, if you utilize hashtag School of Nock, we're probably going to have a designator according to each week, so that you can either make a post showing how your target looked at the end of the week, or one additional thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be offering extra credit. So in the middle part of the week, I'm going to be offering some extra credit videos or posts giving you little assignments that are going to help you learn something new, or even if you already know it, you're going to be able to post a picture of your completed homework and tag me, and I'll be able to go in and see just how you're doing and maybe even give you a little bit of feedback. So this is going to be an interactive winter training segment that I'm clearing my schedule to be able to do along with all of you out there. Now, some of the things that you might ask is, what if I have target panic? What if I am trying a handheld release for the first time? What if I don't have a handheld release at all? What if I'm using a wrist strap? Well, again, I'm going to continually try to add in little partial segments that are going to address a lot of these things, because obviously I'm going to be broadcasting to hundreds of thousands of people, all at different levels. And although I'd like to be able to have individual coaching with each and every one of you, the reality is that's probably not going to be possible. So I'm going to try my best to filter through, utilize some of the things that you post, and even do some podcast topics or even some video podcasts to be able to go through those hashtags during a video podcast and be able to show you exactly the things that I'm talking about, and be able to expand on the photo and give you perfect examples. Now, one of the things that is obviously going to be a big topic is people wanting to try to combat their target panic. Now, if you're one of those people who know that you're struggling with target panic and you're really wanting a step-by-step program to overcome that, you need to understand that when it comes to target panic, a big part of that is reprogramming of the mind and not just the equipment that's in your hand. And that's one of the reasons why when I'm working with someone individually, I'm able to progress them through that. So I'm gonna have to try my best to be able to give some of you people that are struggling with target panic slightly modified assignments so that you're not trying to keep up with people that might be ahead of that ball game. So I'm gonna do my best, and as we get through these videos, I'm gonna post them directly to the Nock on Archery YouTube channel. I'll name them according to what week it was, but they're all going to be categorized as School of Nock Week 1 Intro. So you're going to be able to go through and continually look through those series. Now, all you're going to need for Week 1 is going to be 4 arrows. The thing that I found is when I first start practicing for the new target season, so to speak, is that I'm weak on stamina. And a lot of times that first arrow, sometimes the second, are going to be good quality shots, but by the time I get to my third, I'm rolling the dice, and if you add a fourth in there, then the chances of having 4 good quality shots are a lot minimal compared to when I'm at my best or when I'm at the peak part of the season where I'm training a lot. So we're going to incorporate essentially a technique just like what I would use in a weight room, just trying to rebuild endurance and just try to wake up some of those muscles that have been asleep by utilizing them a little bit more per end. Now, when I say end, that means 1 round, so to speak, or 1 set, I guess I should say. So I'm going to personally start out by shooting on a 3-spot Vegas face, which is a 3-colored face, gold, red, and blue, and I'm going to be focusing on shooting 3 arrows at the bullseyes, and 1 final arrow I'll probably shoot at a mark that I have either off the paper or at a certain position on the paper, but I am going to add in that 4th arrow. And I'm also going to ask everyone out there to start out by shooting 10 ends. So we're going to shoot 4 arrows, 10 ends. So essentially this first week, we're really going to focus on trying to get 40 arrows out of our bow in 1 session. So the shoot shouldn't take too long. If you've already been shooting several rounds, then you can progress through this if you would like. But I can tell you that what I'm probably going to do myself is I'll probably, after 1 or 2 days, I'll probably add 1 extra end in. So if you're at a little bit higher level right now, or if you've already been practicing and getting your reps in, then feel free to do that. Add 1 end per day of practice as we go. So I'm going to decide how or what topics we talked about and how to work through those topics as we're going and as I see feedback. So I appreciate all that from you. Because of the fact that I have multiple social media channels or networks for getting this information out, I've decided that for right now it's going to be easiest if I post the main videos to the Nock on Archery YouTube channel. Now I can tell you that for those of you out there that are going to be seeing this via Facebook, you may consider opening an Instagram account, because I can tell you that I'm pretty sure most or all of my live feeds will be done through Instagram. If you're an Instagram user, make sure you turn the notifications on. I'll do my best to give you guys a heads up of when I will be practicing or when I will be live. But sometimes based on my schedule throughout the day, I might just have to grab my quiver, get to the range, and get in my reps while I can. So this is going to be awesome. One last thing, I did want to try to add in bi-weekly segments specific to people that are trying to either learn attention release, hinge release, or people that are using either one of those to combat target panic or try to get over target panic. So there's going to be a magnitude of things that I have to cover throughout this winter segment. I'm going to do my best to help each one of you with different topics. I'm sure there's going to be overlaps. It's going to be a little bit of a struggle to be personal with all of you, but I can promise you this. My goal is to get all of you some coaching that you haven't received or haven't heard in the past and give you some little bitty nuggets that are going to hopefully make you better come summertime, and especially be true at the end of next hunting season. So with that said, week 1, 4 arrows. I'd like you to shoot 10 ends. If you would like to progress, every few days add in 1 end. Scores do not matter, so there's no reason I'm posting that. Improvement is a positive. I would like to see that, or I would like you to document that. I would strongly encourage you, when you shoot good ends, to take photos. If you shoot good rounds, take photos, because all of these photos can be utilized by you later on as positive reinforcement. So if you're doing good, take pictures. If you feel like you're shooting good, take pictures. Also, it would be wise for you to take pictures of you before, and then maybe take some pictures of you at the end of this series, because one of the things that I can promise you we're going to be working on is building a shooting foundation and posture that I work on with even the most elite level archers. So I think this is going to be an awesome week. If you're a target panic person, someone that's struggling with the thought of shooting at bullseyes or shooting for score, don't be afraid to just utilize a blank bail to get these reps in. Keep a target big. Don't try to shoot a small target. Start out with something large and just focus on counting down the numbers more so than counting your score. That's going to be imperative, because the more pressure you put on yourself thinking about score or thinking about aiming or where you're hitting, the more likely you are to increase your opportunity for some type of target anticipation or trigger anticipation. So take it easy, play it smart. We're going to get through it with everybody, and I'm looking forward to this winter segment of School of Nock.